Imagine feeling that spark again, that confidence, that connection. For men over 60, sometimes our bodies don't quite cooperate the way they used to. And that can lead to frustration, embarrassment, and a real disconnect in our relationships. We're talking about erectile dysfunction, or ED. It's a topic many of us don't like to discuss openly, but it's a very real challenge for a lot of men as they get older. It can make you feel less like yourself, less vital, less capable. The good news is, you're not alone, and it doesn't have to be a permanent state. Many men think the only answers are complex medical treatments or prescription drugs. And while those can be necessary for some, there's often a simpler piece of the puzzle missing. A secret, almost, that most men never even consider. Something incredibly easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Just one simple thing, taken every morning, could make a world of difference. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But stick with me. In this video, we're going to explore what truly impacts this part of your health as you age, clear up some common misconceptions, and reveal that surprising secret, that one dose every morning, that can help rekindle that vitality you thought might be gone for good. Watch to the very end, because what I'm about to share might just surprise you and change your mornings and your nights for the better. Now, before we dive into that specific morning dose, let's talk a little about what's happening in our bodies as we get older and why ED becomes more common. It's not just about age itself. It's often about other things that tend to show up as we age. Things like circulation issues. For example, think of it like the plumbing in an old house. Over time, pipes can get clogged or lose their flexibility, and the water flow isn't as strong as it used to be. The same thing can happen with our blood vessels. When you're trying to achieve and maintain an erection, healthy blood flow is absolutely essential. If your blood vessels are narrowed or stiffened, which can happen due to factors like diet, lack of exercise, smoking, or conditions like high blood pressure and high cholesterol, then getting enough blood to where it needs to go becomes a challenge. So, focusing on improving your overall circulatory health is foundational. It's like doing basic maintenance on the plumbing before you worry about adding any special fixtures. This isn't the one dose I'm talking about, but it's the landscape that needs to be healthy for anything to work well. Another significant factor is stress. We all experience stress, of course, but chronic stress, the kind that hangs around day after day, can wreak havoc on your body in many ways, including impacting your sexual function. When you're stressed, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol. These hormones, over time, can mess with your hormone balance, including testosterone levels, and they can also negatively affect your blood pressure and circulation. Plus, when you're stressed and anxious, it's hard to relax and be in the moment, which is pretty important for intimacy. Think about trying to perform a complex task when your mind is racing and you're feeling overwhelmed. Your body just tightens up and doesn't cooperate. Learning to manage stress, whether through simple mindfulness exercises, spending time on hobbies you enjoy, or just making sure you schedule time to relax, is incredibly important for your overall well-being. And yes, for this specific issue too, it's like trying to fix a leaky pipe in a flooded basement. You need to deal with the stress first. Sleep is another often overlooked piece of the puzzle. As we age, our sleep patterns can change, and many of us don't get the quality or quantity of sleep we need. Poor sleep messes with your hormone production, including testosterone, and it can also impact your mood and energy levels. When you're tired, everything feels harder, including maintaining intimate connections. Your body repairs and regenerates itself while you sleep. So making sure you get 7 to 8 hours of good sleep is vital. Establishing a regular sleep schedule, creating a relaxing bedtime routine, and making sure your bedroom is dark and quiet can all make a big difference. Again, these are foundational health habits. They create a better environment for your body to function optimally, but they aren't the simple dose we discussed. They are necessary building blocks. Though, without addressing these basics, circulation, stress, and sleep, any other solution might not work as effectively, or might only offer temporary results. It's about preparing the ground before you plant the seed. So, improving these areas is like tuning up the engine before you ask it to perform at its best. They are crucial, but many men are looking for something simpler, something more direct to kickstart things. And that's where the one dose comes in. But we needed to understand this foundation first. Getting these basics right lays the groundwork. But there's still that missing piece. That simpler, targeted approach many men are hoping for. Let's continue building this picture and get closer to understanding what that key could be. Building on what we discussed about circulation being key, let's delve a bit deeper into why that blood flow is so crucial and what specifically affects it in a way that relates to our topic. Inside your blood vessels, there's a critical molecule called nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. When your blood vessels widen, blood can flow through much more easily and in larger amounts. This is absolutely essential for achieving an erection. Without enough nitric oxide, the blood vessels in the penis don't relax properly, and you can't get the necessary blood flow. As we get older, our body's ability to produce nitric oxide can decline. This is often linked to those same issues we talked about earlier: poor diet, lack of exercise, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and inflammation. So, finding ways to support your body's natural production of nitric oxide is a major piece of the puzzle when it comes to addressing ED. It's not about forcing blood flow unnaturally. It's about helping your body do what it's supposed to do more effectively. Now, there's a particular pathway in the body that produces nitric oxide. It involves certain amino acids, like L-arginine and L-citrulline. When you consume L-citrulline, your body converts it into L-arginine. And then L-arginine is used to create nitric oxide. Think of L-citrulline as a precursor. It gets transformed into the stuff that directly makes the nitric oxide. While you can get L-arginine directly from food, L-citrulline is often considered more effective for boosting nitric oxide levels because it bypasses certain metabolic processes and is converted more efficiently into L-arginine in the kidneys. So, ensuring your body has enough L-citrulline and L-arginine is one way to support that vital nitric oxide production, which in turn supports healthy blood flow. This is getting closer to the secret dose concept. Isn't it focusing on a specific pathway and specific compounds that directly influence blood flow? Inflammation also plays a significant role. Chronic low-grade inflammation in the body can damage blood vessels over time, making them less able to produce nitric oxide and less flexible. This kind of inflammation is often fueled by unhealthy diets, lack of physical activity, and excess body fat, particularly around the middle. Think of inflammation as a slow fire smoldering in your body, damaging tissues and making everything work less efficiently. Reducing inflammation through a healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats, getting regular exercise, and managing stress can help protect your blood vessels and improve their function, thus supporting better blood flow. So, we're seeing a pattern here: overall health stress, sleep, vascular health, circulation, nitric oxide, inflammation. These are all interconnected. Addressing ED effectively often means addressing these underlying factors. While there are many things you can do: exercise, healthy eating, losing weight, managing stress, many men are looking for that extra boost, that simple addition to their routine that directly targets the blood flow issue, something they can do consistently without a lot of fuss. We've talked about the importance of nitric oxide and the role of compounds like L-citrulline. Now, how do you easily incorporate something that helps with this into your daily life, especially in a simple morning routine? That leads us to the exciting part: That one dose I mentioned right at the beginning. It's something that can directly support your body's ability to generate nitric oxide, making those blood vessels happy and promoting better blood flow. It ties together the concepts we've been discussing and offers a practical, simple step you can take. It's time to pull back the curtain a little more on what this simple morning solution could be and how it fits into this picture of improving your vitality. So, we've laid the groundwork. We know how important healthy blood flow is, how nitric oxide is the key signal for relaxing blood vessels, and how things like stress, poor sleep, inflammation, and overall vascular health decline can impact this. Now, let's get to that one dose every morning. The secret, if you want to call it that most men over 60 might not realize can make a significant difference. It's something simple, natural, and easy to incorporate. We're talking about harnessing the power of specific natural compounds that are known to boost nitric oxide production in the body. And one of the most effective, and perhaps surprisingly simple, ways to do this is by regularly consuming a source rich in nitrates. Nitrates are compounds found naturally in certain foods, and when you eat them, your body converts them first into nitrites and then into nitric oxide. This is a different pathway than the L-citrulline L-arginine route, but it achieves the same crucial goal, boosting nitric oxide and improving blood flow. Now, what is this one-dose source? One of the absolute best natural sources of nitrates, and something you can easily incorporate into a morning routine, is beetroot. Yes, simple beetroot. Beetroots are packed with dietary nitrates when you consume them, whether raw, cooked, or as juice or powder. Your body gets to work converting those nitrates into that vital nitric oxide. Taking a concentrated form, like beetroot powder or a specific beetroot extract, can be a convenient way to get a consistent, effective dose every morning. You can mix beetroot powder into a glass of water, a smoothie, or juice. It's simple, quick, and delivers a powerful punch of those blood flow boosting nitrates right at the start of your day. This is the one dose we've been talking about. A simple, daily intake of something that directly supports your body's ability to produce nitric oxide and improve circulation. Think about it instead of complicated routines or relying solely on other factors. You're giving your body the raw materials it needs to improve blood flow naturally. By consistently providing your body with dietary nitrates from a source like beetroot every morning, you're helping to keep your blood vessels relaxed and supple, promoting better circulation not just generally, but specifically to the areas that need it for achieving and maintaining an erection. It's like giving your blood vessels a daily tune-up. Over time, this consistent support for nitric oxide production can make a noticeable difference in your ability to achieve and maintain firmness. It works in harmony with the foundational health habits we discussed earlier: managing stress, getting good sleep, eating a balanced diet, and exercising. But it provides that targeted support for vascular function. This isn't a magic pill that provides instant results like some prescription medications. It's a natural approach that works with your body's own systems. Because of that, consistency is key. Taking your beetroot dose every single morning is what allows those nitrate levels to build up and consistently support nitric oxide production. It becomes a simple, non-intrusive part of your daily ritual, like having your morning coffee or taking your vitamins, and the effects build over time. As your blood vessels become healthier and more responsive due to the consistent presence of adequate nitric oxide, you're likely to see improvements not just in erectile function, but potentially in other areas related to circulation, like energy levels and overall cardiovascular health. So, the secret many men over 60 don't know is how powerful something as simple as a daily dose of beetroot, or specifically the nitrates it contains, can be for supporting the blood flow essential for erectile function. It's not something typically discussed as a primary solution, often overshadowed by other options. But the science behind nitric oxide and nitrates is strong. It's a natural way to address one of the key physiological barriers to firm erections as we age: the decline in nitric oxide production and vascular health. By making this simple addition to your morning routine, you're directly supporting the very mechanism needed for that healthy blood flow. Remember, this isn't a substitute for medical advice. And if you have underlying health conditions, it's always wise to talk to your doctor before making significant changes to your diet or supplement routine. But for many men, incorporating a natural, daily dose of something like beetroot powder could be that missing piece. That simple yet powerful step towards reclaiming their vitality and confidence. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge and simple tools that can make a real difference in your quality of life as you get older. It's about taking proactive steps to support your body's natural functions. This morning dose is just one simple action. But when combined with the other healthy habits we touched upon, it creates a powerful synergy for improving your well-being and addressing this common challenge head-on. It's not complicated, it's not difficult, and it's something you can start doing today. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the frustrating reality of erectile dysfunction for men over 60 to the critical role of blood flow and nitric oxide, and finally revealing that simple one-dose morning secret, leveraging the power of dietary nitrates, particularly from sources like beetroot, to boost your body's nitric oxide production. Remember, we talked about how healthy blood flow is like good plumbing, essential for getting blood where it needs to go for an erection. We discussed how nitric oxide is the signal that relaxes those blood vessels, and how our ability to produce it can decline with age, stress, poor sleep, and inflammation. And we learned that a simple, consistent intake of nitrates, like from beetroot powder mixed into your morning drink, provides your body with the building blocks to make more nitric oxide, directly supporting better circulation. It's important to remember that while this morning dose is a powerful tool, it works best when combined with other healthy habits we touched upon earlier. Managing stress through simple relaxation techniques, ensuring you get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night, staying physically active, even just daily walks make a difference, and eating a balanced diet rich in whole foods. These all create a supportive environment for your overall health, including vascular health and hormone balance. Think of the beetroot dose as giving your car a special fuel additive, but you still need to make sure the engine is tuned, managing stress, sleep, and you're not putting dirt in the tank. Poor diet, inactivity. When you combine the simple morning dose with these lifestyle choices, you create a much more powerful and sustainable path towards improving your vitality and addressing ED. It's not about a quick fix, it's about supporting your body for long-term health and function. This journey is about reclaiming confidence and intimacy. It can be frustrating to deal with these challenges, but taking proactive steps, even simple ones like adding a morning dose of beetroot, can be incredibly empowering. Don't underestimate the cumulative effect of small, consistent actions. That simple scoop of powder in your morning drink, done daily, can add up to significant improvements over time. It requires patience and consistency, but the potential rewards, renewed confidence, improved intimate relationships, and potentially better overall cardiovascular health, are well worth it. You are not alone in facing this challenge, and there are natural, accessible ways to support your body. This secret isn't really a secret at all, but rather overlooked knowledge about how specific nutrients can support vital bodily functions. By understanding the connection between nitrates, nitric oxide, and blood flow, you can make informed choices about supporting your health naturally. Adding that morning dose is a simple, actionable step you can take starting today. So, I encourage you to consider trying this simple morning addition. Give it time to work consistently, alongside focusing on those foundational health habits. You might be surprised at the positive changes you experience. Have you ever tried something like beetroot or other natural supplements for circulation? Or maybe you have a question about incorporating this into your routine. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Please share them in the comments section below. Your insights could help other men facing similar challenges. If you found this information helpful and feel more hopeful about addressing this topic, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps us know we're providing valuable content. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. That way, You won't miss out on future videos where we explore more ways for men over 60 to live their best, healthiest, and most vibrant lives. Remember, getting older doesn't mean giving up on vitality and intimacy. With the right knowledge and simple, consistent actions, you can absolutely continue to live a full and satisfying life at every age. Take that simple step. Be consistent and empower yourself. You've got this. Live your best life at every age.